So I guess people are calling for Dwayne Casey's head again because I feel like this was like an every other game thing last season. What are you seeing? What are you thinking about people calling for Dwayne Casey's head? This is all you, man.
Man, man, it's tough. It's tough because everyone like wants to love Dwayne. He's such a good guy, and everyone knows that he has good intentions and everything like that. And it's always tough to judge what a coach is doing during a known rebuild. Like we're obviously rebuilding. We're not expected to win that many games. If you're looking at our expected wins for the total season, we're definitely on pace to hit that or under. It's not like we're exceeding expectations, but it's also not like we're super beneath expectations either. People are really upset more than anything with the day-to-day game time decisions that Casey is making. I think a lot of people don't like the rotations, the playing time. I haven't seen, to be completely honest, good off timeout play calling from Dwayne Casey in a while. That's something that other teams have really cashed in on, especially against us. Inbound plays, we get burnt on those all the time, and I never see us do anything super impressive out of it. It's normally just a kick out to the corner or something like that. And so there are reasons to be against Casey. Now, I don't know, should we be calling for him to get fired? I don't know about that one. But I think it definitely raises valid questions about, how long is he going to be here and how long is he going to be the head of our rebuild and our team? And yeah.
So my thing is always, if you're going to fire a coach, you have to have a viable replacement. So if can you provide me, can anybody off the top of your head that you can say, all right, we'd be better off with this coach other than Dwayne Casey?
I mean, I would say like Ime Udoka, if you count out all his other stuff, he's a coach that, a guy like him, I would say that. I would say a prototype, someone like him, a younger guy, someone has recent relative success and can definitely kind of change the program a little bit. I think getting someone younger is going to be a step that we have to take, especially coming off of guys like Stan Van Gundy beforehand. So I think it's time to, change the narrative a little bit, especially with the, new wave of younger head coaches around the league. It's starting to become a lot more common. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's something we consider in the next couple of years here.
Yeah, I can say. Is Quinn Snyder, does he have a job yet? Do you know?
I think he's an assistant.
Really? I thought he did a pretty good job in Utah, but
yeah, he did.
He's a bit older too, but I definitely agree. I think younger is the way to go. I did hear someone's opinion that I know. They said that Dwayne Casey should move into like more of like a front office role, maybe a developmental role, because he does have that reputation of developing young players, and he's already kind of ingrained into our culture. So I could definitely see that, but I think that's more of an off-season move. Yeah. Maybe a coach or an assistant becomes available that Troy Weaver likes. I don't know. I don't think the Pistons lost this game because of Dwayne Casey. I think they lost it because, one, they gave up, 133 points, was it? It was 130. It was 130-something points. 137.
137. Yeah, wow.
I lowballed it. You can't give up 137 points. And we are missing 3 starters, which does matter. So I don't see the Dwayne Casey. I don't know. I don't think he's not the problem,
Yeah, he's definitely not. He's definitely not the biggest issue we have with the team. He's definitely something that like you would want to deal with when you're about to turn the corner, right? We're not right about to turn the corner. We're not a playoff. We're not a coach away from being a playoff team. Not right now.
You know what he is? He's a scapegoat.
That's actually true.
That's kind of what I've come to it. It's just that you have to blame somebody for this, and I just think it's just the reality of the situation. This team is young. This team is injured. This team has not been healthy, really at all, because they finally got their bench back, and now their starters are out.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not a Dwayne Casey defender. I don't think he's the greatest head coach in the world. But listen, in his days in Toronto, he did take, a team led by DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. And those are good players, but those aren't really all NBA caliber players. No. And the supporting cast, it was okay. Like Jonas Valanciunas, it was a decent team, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a coincidence that as soon as he left Toronto, they win a championship. But you have to take into account that, Pascal Siakam developed. They did trade for Kawhi Leonard. Like Fred
Right.
VanVleet came out of nowhere. So I don't know. I think he's just an average NBA head coach. I don't think he's bad like some Pistons fans make it out to be.
I tend to agree with that. He's not a bad coach. He make bad decisions? Yes, but every head coach makes bad decisions. That happens, and you can't get mad at that every single time. At the end of the day, like these games that we're playing right now are relatively meaningless aside from developmental reasons and chemistry reasons. These aren't games that are really going to affect us in the long run. So it's important to picture the long term and think about what Dwayne Casey's actually building here and what his intent is. He's trying to build a good group of guys that are going to stick together and hopefully be a core of our team for many years past when he's here.